Oh, man, I am pumped. I am freaking pumped. Like, hell yeah. I want to do some 3D modeling. Whew. I just finished beating one of Tim's challenges in Batman Arkham Knight. I am the favorite son now, and I can't wait to rub it in his face. Damn. God damn, it took me like 2 hours to beat that high score too. Shit. And it's like it's the beat 'em up parts too. The beat 'em up challenges, like kill or take out so many thugs on this rooftop, and you have to like take this guy out with a particular takedown, and then leave this guy for the last, but he skedaddles somewhere. And I got like 1 full minute on his high score too. Oh man, can't wait to rub it in his face. Because at some point when we finished playing Arkham Knight, he went home to play the campaign by himself. And next time we record, he's coming in and he's like, "Oh, what happened? Why is your score so low? Weren't you playing the side missions?" And I'm like, "Shut up, shut up." No, I wasn't playing the goddamn side missions. And can't wait until we come back and do the Nightfall protocol for the retroactive gamers, and then we're just gonna be like, as soon as boot up the video, and be like, "Oh, what happened, Tim? What happened? Why is your score so low? Haven't you been playing the side missions?" Ooh. All right, man, managed to beat the goddamn challenge. Ooh. Just a few points away, and then I'm at the top. Okay, so while I am pumped, you know what? This deserves a celebration. Oh, pop open a cold one. And let's see. So I want to get uh I want to get a character design for for the VR shooter. We're gonna see about doing, what is it? 2 point, what's the height? What's the normal height? Okay, I'm gonna bring up my reference books. Ba, 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 ba. Come on. All right, we're gonna get drawing, and then this is anatomy for sculptors. Yeah. Okay, boot them up. Come on, no. There we go. I'm just gonna lift this up because YouTube might not necessarily see this as artistic references, and they'll be like, "Yo, man, you got the Nudemags. That's not family friendly." Okay, where's I want the, what do I want? I want the head. Do I want the head? No, I want basic proportions. Ah, man, I can't show anything. It's a fantastic book, but I guess, whatever. Go buy it. Proportions. Come on, give me the proportions. Oh, proportions on the Beastman. Nice. Okay, here we go. So, ideal is 8 heads. 8 heads. Okay, so if we get our 1 head, then we can quarter off 8 heads. Cool. Maybe this time I can finally avoid the issue that I'm constantly plagued, which is always making the face disproportionate. Okay. Okay. I'm gonna make sure that I have the head references. Everything measured in heads. Head and neck. 93. Okay, so we're looking at something like this. This cylinder for the neck is pretty sizable. Okay. Cool. Not bad. Let's get a nice little sphere. Okay, this will act as our head measurement. So we're gonna do array. Okay, so that's one head. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay. Now then, we're gonna make sure that this is the forward action orientation. Let's get a cube. And then we're gonna make this be displayed always in front. There we go. These are measurement points. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4. So that is the halfway point. Mm-hmm. Okay, cool. Okay, so males are top heavy, and then female will be bottom heavy. Wider hips. So we do something like this. Okay, nice. Let's get... Man, I feel like I should take the Anatomy for Sculptors book and just cut up the most vital components and just make like a collage, a reference collage. Okay. Now, I don't think we actually care about doing what? Like a nude model, because it's going to be clothed anyways. So I suppose maybe we'll see about making sure this thing is properly set up. Hands. We do need hands. let's see. This is... So if we're doing something that is already clothed, then maybe count for that here. Might just have to. Okay. Let's give it an array. Nope, not an array. Mirror across the body. Okay. Yeah, we don't want to get carried away with the draft geometry. That's fine. I am going to save this. I'm going to save this to the VR Shooter project. Models, enemies. Okay, and this is the... What is this? Security guard. Okay. Cool. Okay, so technically, this elbow is supposed to be somewhere around the waist. Maybe we'll lift the waist up a little bit. As a matter of fact, if I take a look at the proportions, the waist is around the third head. The bottom of the third head. So 1, 2, 3. Yep, that seems about right. Okay. Shoulders start let's see, so this shoulders start around halfway to the second head, so somewhere around here. Okay, more or less. Just have to keep that in there. What's the edge slide? Slide edges. Slide edges. There is no shortcut for it. We can do Control E and then just do slide edges this way. That's useful. Okay, but this is where the elbow's at, and the elbow's somewhere around the waist. So Control E, slide edges. I'll just slide it right around here. Take this, slide edges, slide around here. Now, the wrist doesn't actually go that far. I don't know if I can actually... Oh, hey, nice, I can do that. That is awesome. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. The knees are around in the right place, more or less. Like this. And I think we need to move the buttocks out a little bit. Okay. Now, everything is kind of super straight here. And in reality, it's more like this. Not that it matters. That's fine. Let's get ourselves the hand in the right place. Okay, and then we're going to get a cylinder. Well, not a cylinder. Sphere. This will act as our shoulder. Mm-hmm. Okay. Now. I think it's got to be in this orientation. Okay. It's kind of leaning forward quite a bit. Okay. Alright, so we join this. Let's not get too hung up on everything. Let's get a mirror. Like that. Okay. I'm going to join the head and neck. And then the rest seems okay. Okay. Now, when it comes to hands, usually You want to do them separately as well. Simply because the detail that goes into hands oftentimes is even higher than that goes into the body. I'm going to enable vertex merging. Save it. Okay. Matter of fact, nah. We're not going to extrude them. Let's get instead a separate finger. Let's get the middle finger first. So we're going to do extrude, and then the middle finger is basically about the same length as the palm. Okay. I'm just going to place these divisions. Let's make individual origins. Okay. There we go. Hey, hey, good day. Good day indeed. Well, technically, in here it's night. Okay. That is fine. Oh, we need to scale it up, not bevel it. Okay, this isn't the best way, I would say, to extrude a finger. But yeah, it'll work. It'll work in the pinch. Okay, sure. It's it is what it is. So I'm gonna place that there. I think it gets a little too thin by the end of it. Okay. It's kind of stupid, to be honest. Also, that is one ginormous nail. Okay, those are the joints. This is actually starting to look like a pretty feminine finger. It's not really what I wanted to do. Okay, it is what it is. You know what? We probably shouldn't have rounded it. Okay, so okay, now everybody's fingers are different, but my point finger is actually shorter than my ring finger. And then, yeah, pinky is just tiny. No, the thumb actually turned out to be the most, seemingly the most accurate, just because it's very non-detailed and the potential of getting it to look right is a lot higher than the certainty. Okay, cool. There we go. That should be good. Cool. So what do we do with this now? Well, now we merge. So legs merge with torso. Torso merges with arms. And then hands stay independent, head stays independent. The rest, feet are going to be covered by, whoops, okay, so we need to apply the modifiers. Mesh, and then join. Nice. Beautiful. And now, we're going to go into the sculpt, and then we're going to remesh everything, and that gives us a nice starting point. Now, before we start modeling, sculpting, got to make sure that we got our mirroring enabled. We're just going to round some of these corners. Oh yeah, you see how the brush is distorted? We need to apply the scale. It's a free tool that must be in the options. I think maybe your message got cut off there. Okay, apply scale. And then we go to sculpt mode again. And there we go. Now our brush is no longer messy and distorted. Okay, I'm gonna actually use the pen for this because we're collapsing a little bit too much of the geometry. There we go. Okay, we do have to keep in mind that technically there is going to be clothing. So, okay, I need to go to the smoothness. What is it? Inflate, smooth. Get the strength down a little bit. It's a little too strong. Okay, his shoulders are a little too. Ah. I am. Yeah, these shoulders are way too tall. Let's see if we can maybe drag them. Yes. There we go. Okay, so what do we got here? Chest. Chest is... Actually, chest is somewhere around the second piece. Have you checked around Material Maker, Mary Godot? It's kind of like Substance Designer from what I understand. And I have Substance Designer, so you know, perpetual license too. So, I gotta learn one tool before I delve into another. Okay. I shouldn't get too far into the muscles though, because, well, again, this is gonna have to be clothing, and I think I should just model the character with the clothing in mind. Just gonna get rid of that hunchback. Yeesh. What's with the stuff sliding everywhere? It is almost 1 in the morning. Okay. Yeah, with all this smoothing, gotta make sure that the foot doesn't become actually smaller. Okay, so what's happening here? The middle, the crotch, is supposed to be right here. So that has shifted over. Not good. Get back up here. Okay. Okay. What is this? Layer. Interesting. So that's one way to add geometry. Okay, I'm gonna have to find an appropriate chapter for pelvis, because I think that's the area that most often ends up super messed up when I try to draw it. Okay. More geometry. Feel like we might want to remesh. Let's go 0, 5. Okay. There we go. What do we have next? Yeah, these wrap around. Okay. Okay. Share some resources on Discord for me. Appreciate it. Okay. I'm just looking for abs and ab muscles right now in the book. Anatomy for sculptors. Yeah. Okay. That's not good. Yeesh. Back up. Okay. Okay, so that looks better than this segment, so what's happening here? What can we outline? Where are our knees? Okay. Oof. Yeah, this looks atrocious. Okay. The knees are located around the second head. So we're looking at around here. Got a second head from the bottom. And also, these are way too straight. I think they actually grow more inwards. I don't know why I bothered with all the muscles though, but we're here. Let's see. So it's like a really skeletal man. Jeez. Okay. That's layers. Just to be honest, might actually be kind of appropriate here. Again, that's a lot of focus on the muscles when we're going to be covering this up. Do we need to retopologize? Might have to. Again, this like there isn't really a point. Okay. Well, I mean it doesn't look as plain or flat, so that's good. Layer. I don't want to rely on like retopology or Dino Topo to get this up and running. To use the mouse, I use a graphics tablet because the pen pressure from the graphics tablet really comes in handy. when you want to do like multiple strokes to layer some stuff on, instead of doing, let's say, with the mouse is just clicking just the entire thickness. So yeah, even like a basic tablet will do just fine. Okay, now the abs are not supposed to be flat, from what I remember. They have a flow to them. Yes. Something like this. Oh, no. Easy. And then... Hmm. Okay. I feel like going any further is pointless, because we're just gonna end up having, like, shirts and clothing on top. Let's go into sculpt here. Okay. Oh, yes, that's right. So first of all, mirror, and then remesh. There we go. Okay. Well, that's curious. Is the mirroring not working? I don't think it's working. I think it's because I had accidentally sculpted something. Remesh and then try. No. What the heck? No. You know what? I know why. We need to apply rotation and apply scale for good measure. Now, if we sculpt across the x-axis, it is correct. Beautiful. Okay. Now, my biggest problem, always, is that my face ends up being too small in comparison to the entire size of the head. So we're going to try to see if we can be mindful of that this time around. Like a constant problem. Oh, BJ Blazkowicz over here. Which technically this is supposed to be a pretty biff dude. Buff dude. Security guard. Okay, let's remesh. Excuse me. Might actually have to do like 0.02. The head tends to be quite a bit more detailed. Okay. Delving a little bit too much into handsome Squidward territory. I guess it's gonna get worse before it gets better. Okay, I need to look up some planes of the face. What the basic planes are. Whoops. Not the right tool. Nope. Yeah, that looks like a scrape tool. Maybe the nose is just a little bit too tall. And maybe it's also a little bit too far forward. Okay, it's a little bit better. Let's get eyeballs. Okay, then we're gonna try to use, instead of deformation, we're gonna try to use layering. Okay. May or may not have to remesh it again. Okay, that's cool. It's just a little too strong. Hmm. Maybe clay? No. That is really strong. Oh yeah, you see, so what it's doing is it's just stretching geometry that's there. I don't know if I should really be using Dino Topo here, to be honest. Should also really be like picking a reference or something. Working with that. Mm-hmm. Square up that jaw? Maybe. Okay. Get that Adam's apple. We don't want to leave any doubt. I'm gonna have to look into how to merge the UVs between uh between the two meshes so that the seam doesn't show up in the bake. Okay, now for the hair, I have a feeling that we might just sculpt the hair into the body, and then I might just do it as a separate mesh just in case. Okay. Can share you a pure rough board, but it's too big to send on Discord. Yeah. That's unfortunate. I asked pure rev devs if they can make the images be like embedded or stored. technically, if you really want to send a PureRef board, you could archive it and using 7-zip or WinRAR and split up the whatchamacallit, split up the archive into multiple pieces and send over in bits and pieces, or Google Drive. Okay. Well, I think we might have successfully escaped the handsome Squidward territory. At least that's good. That jaw is really far back. Oof. Downloaded from Send Anywhere website. Uh, I generally don't trust just about any file sharing website, to be fair. What's the board about? Okay. Shared DSS on the board. Right. So what's the board about? Okay. All right. Oh, share the screenshot in Discord. Got it. SS stands for screenshot. Ah, I see. Some resources. Okay. That looks interesting. Cool. Yeah, that is a good board. I'm not gonna show it on stream just because YouTube might be a little pansy today. But okay, cool. That looks good. Thank you very much. Okay, now these lips are they look a little too flat. Okay. So, my god, that face is it's still too small almost. Pretty much. Also, I think the skull is too round on the sides. There we go. It's a little bit better. And then once again, we're still stuck with a head that's just too big. The face ended up being too small. And the head is too big. Okay, that's a little bit better. Nice. The retopology has done its job again. See, this is too prominent. Okay. Again, no point in focusing too much on the muscles. Good morning. Just woke up. midnight at you, isn't it? It's yeah, just it's almost 2. 1:30. Just about. Just full flash of inspiration. Get some work done. Well, that's interesting. What happened with the sleep schedule? When I got sick, it threw the whole sleep schedule right out the window, and I've been kind of slowly recovering ever since. But yes, you are correct. I should actually put in the effort. Put in the effort of recovering that. Okay. You know what? Yeah, I'll probably just end this here because there's issues, but I can't see them. I think I need to like step away from this. And if I'm stepping away, I'm falling asleep. So, cool. Leave it at that. Now, the general goal with this guy is I'm gonna see if I can finish him, close him, and maybe see if we can get like a rig and some animations, and just figure some stuff out with like a rig, and it will probably just be like a custom rig, and see if we can get some sort of like animations of walking, running, that sort of stuff, holding a gun, shooting. Yeah, you know, all sorts of cool stuff. All right, cool. That's it. I'm a call it a day or a night. Not bad. It's about an hour. This is what we've done within that hour. I'd say that's reasonable enough. Used to be that it would take me an hour just to get like the face alone, or like just the torso. So, yeah, it's okay. It's an improvement. All right, cool. That's it. I'll just wrap it up, and we'll continue in the next one. Is this dude going to be for Dreadtails? No, this is for VR Shooter, the VR project. I have, right now, that project has literally like boxes flying at you, primitive shapes for enemies. And I figured, okay, well, it's been long enough. Maybe I can make something somewhat of an improvement. The game is on Steam, after all, so yeah, that's what this is. It's like a starting armature for a security guard, or like task force guard, spec ops. Cool. All right. Anyways, gotta go. Gotta go sleep.